shift over to the rain, and I apologize. I don't have a hat for the rain yet because none of the merch is back out yet. I didn't have a hat of the old OG logo. So you get to see the Chrome Dome for this segment. So we go over to the rain here. We're still in the off season. We're still working our way towards preseason as well. I believe NWSL teams can start their preseason this upcoming week, actually, which is exciting. But we've got a few different pieces of news, and we've got some rumors. Well, not so much rumors considering they came directly from General Manager Leslie Galmore, but a few important things. Firstly, on the 17th of the month, the team officially re-signed forward Tziarra King. There was rumors about it. There was hopes like, hey, when's Z back? Especially considering that she is now married to midfielder Jess Fishlock. We did get that confirmation on the 17th, re-signing her through the 2024 season. She was a restricted free agent and now enters her fourth season with the Reign. Throughout her first 3 seasons with the club, King has appeared in 44 matches, tallying 3 goals, 2 assists, and 45 shots in Challenge Cup play, which, if you remember, the Challenge Cup no longer exists as a tournament. It's just a game played between the Shield winner and the NWSL champion before the season, which is kind of interesting. King had notched 1 goal and 2 assists in 14 appearances in Challenge Cup play. So Galmore in the press release from the Reign said that Z is still early in her career, and we know with continued investment, she can be a player who consistently impacts games on both sides of the ball. So Galmore obviously showing, a lot of hope for the future of what Z brings, with the talented forward group that the Reign have had for the last few years. She's kind of got stuck on the depth chart. So it's exciting, obviously, to see her come back, given the talent that she's got, selected 8th overall by the Utah Royals back in 2020, and be able to see that more on display this season. So there was that news, and we shift over that to a local. The Reign re-signed midfielder Nikki Stanton through the 2024 season as well, announced on the 18th, so a day later. Stanton was an unrestricted free agent, so it wasn't necessarily clear if she was coming back this year. She's been in the league since 2014, spending the last 2 seasons with the Reign. Obviously, it's exciting to have a hometown player come back, born in North Bend, Washington. She's a 10-year veteran now, was traded to the Reign from the Red Stars ahead of the 2022 season, and since then has totaled 42 appearances across all competitions in NWSL play. During this last year's regular season, she made 15 appearances and recorded 2 assists, which was tied for the second most on the team, adding 31 duels won, 11 interceptions, and 9 tackles won. The midfielder also appeared in 6 games of Challenge Cup play, as we just talked about with the Challenge Cup, no longer exists as a tournament, totaling the 3rd most minutes on the roster at 482. In the press release from the club, General Manager Leslie Galmore said that she provides a level of experience that we value, a defensive presence that positively impacts games, and an uplifting attitude that is infectious. So that's specifically, you talk about Nikki Stanton. Her defensive play is so strong. And in so many of the games where the Reign really needed to buckle down and close things out, they brought on Nikki late to help impact that. So there were those 2 moves, which is great. It's great as you fill out the roster. Obviously, when Rose Lavelle and Emily Sonnet decided to sign with Gotham instead of coming back to the Reign, that was a big blow, and people were how do I say this nicely? A little overreactive about the club. They thought that the club was going to fold. We saw some comments about that, which was never going to happen. They were worried that this was not a roster that was going to compete. And it's still a really competitive roster. Mind you that, again, we love Rose Lavelle here. Rose only played a few matches this season. Emily Sonnet is more who I'd be worried about losing, considering her defensive impact through the course of the entire year. But I trust in Laura Harvey. I trust in Leslie Galmore. Speaking of which, the club is rumored to have 3 signings in the works as of this moment, 1 coming sooner rather than the other 2. The other 2 will probably come throughout the course of the year. As they sound like 2 international players, first reported by our friend Bella Munson. So it'll be interesting to see with that. Everybody obviously worried again with Lavelle and Sana not coming back, but it sounds like the club is working to bring in some bigger name talent to help bolster this roster and keep it competitive in a league that continues to grow and continues to remain extremely competitive. And the parity is just great. So, in addition to that, on the 19th, we got 3 straight days of rain news. The club announced that for the 2024 preseason, beginning with players reporting to the training grounds at Starfire on Wednesday this week, on the 24th. After that, they'll travel to Newport Beach, California for training camp. And then they'll later go on to Costa Rica to continue preseason training. In a release from the team, Leslie Galmore, general manager, said that this time together away from market is key for the team and staff to be able to focus on setting the tone for the season. So obviously, wanting to foster, that winning mentality, grow the bonds there and the chemistry. The team will train, and this is funny because it's in the official release from the club, in the warmer climate of Southern California through January 30th before departing to Costa Rica to continue preseason training. I don't know why I said it like that. The Rain will train at the facility of one of the most successful clubs from Costa Rica, Liga Deportiva, until the 10th of February. So interesting. I know in past years they've trained down in California, so seeing Costa Rica added is fun as well. So that about wraps things up